up, everybody? Anthony here, specialtymotorcars.net, and I have another beautiful Lincoln Town Car to bring you folks. 2003 Lincoln Town Car Signature Series with 20,000 miles. You probably remember this car when I picked it up upstate New York, or Albany I should say. I am super excited to show you this car. This is one of the nicest last generation town cars that I have had in a long time. 20,000 mile car. Anyways, let's get into the video. Let's take a look at this 2003 town car. I think you're gonna love it. I know I sure do. Let's take a look. And here she is, a beautiful example of the first year of the last generation Lincoln Town Car, Panther platform, a dying breed, but such a gorgeous car. 2003 example, just under 21,000 miles. I want to say like 20,800 miles on this car. I myself have put about 600 miles on the car, and it's been nothing but a pleasure. I drove this car all the way back from Latham, New York, when I bought it from the second owner. Sweet 98-year-old lady who just gave up driving, and she took a lot of pride in this town car. It shows. This car has lived in a garage its whole life. I mean, it is just so clean. Underside, above side. Like I said in the intro, probably one of the nicest town cars of this vintage that I have had maybe in my time of doing this. It's such a beautiful example. Definitely is up there with all the nice ones that I've had. But this was a two-owner car. The second owner, that 98-year-old woman, she bought this car in 2004. It had 11,000 miles on it. Bought it from a local Lincoln Mercury dealership. In her many years of owning this car, almost its entire life, except for the first year, she only put about 8,000 miles on this car, which is a shame because it's such a nice car, but it's also preserved it throughout all these years. And I can look at the car today and say, wow, what a nice survivor. Dressed up, you know how I like them. Cloth top, mud flaps, white wall tires, a little bit of extra chrome trimming here and there. This is exactly how I got the car, other than the white walls. This car was ordered without white walls. You could get these town cars with or without Michelin white walls. This car came without them. You know me and white walls. I put a beautiful set of Goodyear Eagle LSs on this car, and really it just ties this car together so nicely. I'm so happy that I made that decision. Anyways, beautiful white car. It's like I think Ford called it performance white. Black pinstriping, black half stay fast canvas top. The top is in phenomenal shape. It looks brand new. Beautiful 17-inch alloy wheels, chrome rocker panels, chrome wheel lip trim. It's got the bar going over the center of the roof with the LED, or I think they might be LED. It's a very nice bright white light behind those opera lights. It's just, this car is just perfectly dressed. Really it is. And you can see just by the condition of the car how well this car was loved, how well this car was cared for. I mean, you look at stuff like the headlights, absolutely crystal clear on both sides. That just tells you that the car was living in a garage, spent its time in a garage. I do have the car running. I guess I should tell you that. The car is running. It is hot as hot can be. It's 95 degrees out. I'm not trying to sound like Bill, but it is a very balmy day today. And yeah, but it's a beautiful Sunday, so I figured now's the time to get this beautiful car in pictures and video. I'm going to walk around this car, show you, I mean, just a small, like I'm searching for things to show you wrong with this car. That's how nice this car is. One of the cool things with this car, before I forget, because I know I will, is this car is a 2003. That was the only year that rain sense wipers were optioned on these cars. You can see that sensor right in the middle of the windshield there. So it has factory rain sense wipers. Why they discontinued, I have no idea. But let's take a look around this car, and you can just see how crisp and clean this car is. All the chrome trim on the bumpers are in phenomenal shape. The grille is absolutely beautiful. Stand-up chrome hood ornament. Even on the front of the bumper, just a few very minor chips. I think there was one down here as well. Really just super clean around the corners of the bumpers. Looks like a little bit of what I catch there. Oh, no, that's a little bit of a scratch right down the bottom there. Come around this side. Does have cornering lights. That was a factory thing for these town cars. I absolutely love anything with cornering lights. Let's see all inside the jam here. Wheels are in really nice shape. Very, very minor, just, I don't know, little marks, I guess. Not even really corrosion. Beautiful Eagle LSs. What I do really like about this car is it has the factory Lincoln Town Car mud flaps. Those are a factory Ford, accessory, we'll say. Can't even find those today. No dings or dents. There was 2 minor dings on this car. One on that quarter, and I think one on the other quarter. I had my paintless dent repair service come out. He handled that for me, and the car is just so nice. Factory power sunroof. Beautiful original Ford windshield. I do know you can see a little bitty chip right there on the top corner of the windshield. Mirrors are in phenomenal shape. Beautiful black stripe down the side. Like I said, it's got the stainless added on the bottom of the car. I love this top. The top on this car is just so beautiful. You can see the stitching here. I mean, there's not even any fraying in the stitching. It says touring sedan. Honestly, all that is just a dealer added top. It's not a touring package. I don't even think they had a touring package for this vintage. The previous 99-ish era did offering a touring package, but this one did not. Another beautiful 17-inch alloy. Again, brand new Goodyear Eagle LS tires. Now, some of you may say, well, geez, Anthony, what happened to the Travel Stars? Honestly, I went to order a set for this car. I couldn't find them. I don't know if they've discontinued. They ran out of stock with all this crap that's going on in the world today. So where I buy them, they couldn't get them. Walmart couldn't get them. So I had Town Fair Tire install these. These are very nice tires. But those 4 tires cost me $1,200 wholesale cost at Town Fair Tire. A lot more than the Travel Stars. I like the Travel Stars because technically it's the correct pinstripe white wall. This is still a small pinstripe white wall, but it's actually a little thicker than the pinstripe on the Travel Stars or the Michelins that would have come on these cars. But it just still looks beautiful with white wall tires. Couple very minor, I don't even know what that is. It's like a little orange mark or something. Very, very minor. A little bit of dust. We do have a ton of pollen. Oh, God. I did notice this. This is like a stain of some sort. Couldn't get that out. A couple little minor chips right there. Chrome on the back is nice. It's got all the letters present on the town and the car. A few minor spots you can see there where the chrome is just starting to crinkle. Very common on the license plate pockets of these cars. This is, again, road debris. Just a really, really clean car. I mean, I hate to keep repeating myself and sounding repetitive, but this car is, like I said, one of the nicest I've had. In this example, just with the top as being so clean, the stitching on the roof being so perfect. This is really a hard car for me to ever replicate again. Beautiful pinstripe down the side. I think the other ding was right here. You can see a little black mark where he just tried to get that ding out. It did come out nicely, so there is no ding. But I think whatever tool you had to use, might be able to see a little remnants of it. But a little tear. I think something must have just torn this and then dinged the side of the car. Again, another beautiful 17-inch alloy wheel. Very minor delamination on the center cap right there. Again, beautiful Goodyear tires. I've put probably 400 miles on them. Town car mud flaps all the way around. Obsolete parts, you cannot find those anymore. I have people asking me all the time for Lincoln mud flaps. I have a couple new old stock sets that I will not give up because you cannot find them anymore. Body on this side is absolutely beautiful. Laser straight, super clean. Nice pinstriping all down the sides. These lights do light up on both sides. Even the aluminum band going across the top on this car. The aluminum is in really nice shape. It's not cloudy, you know, or oxidized. Just really, really clean there. There was one spot right here you can see was touched up. A little itty bitty mark, rub mark right on the door there. No ding, no dent, nothing there. That's something from the road. My luck. And on the side here, and nice and clean. Another 17-inch Goodyear, really nice tread pattern. These tires, they're really nice tires. These are actually meant for Cadillac DTS professional cars. So these are made by Goodyear, not well advertised, but they're basically made for DTS limos and professional cars, hearses, limousines, stuff like that. Date code 13th week of 2022, so they're very, very new tires. A little bit of delamination right on the center cap there, but wheels in nice shape. Again, another town car accessory mud flap, all four corners. Very minor rub mark right on the corner of the bumper here. Very, very minor, but that's really it. This car just shows, drives, feels. I can't wait to show you the inside of the car. It feels everything like a 20,000 mile car should. You can feel the grain, you can feel the texture, of the leather, of the steering wheel. It's such a beautiful car. Let's take a look inside though. This beautiful town car. Now, going with the black contrasting top is a beautiful black leather interior. Now, black leather interiors, if anybody who knows cars knows, they're nice, but if you don't take care of them, they don't hold up well. They show a lot of wear, they get kind of greasy looking, and this is the total opposite of that uncared for, greasy looking interior. This car is so beautiful inside. It's really, oh my God, I love this car. So smooth. I mean, the leather is nice and soft. Very, very minor, normal leather wear on the side. The side bolster is in beautiful shape, zero wear there. The leather wrapped wood trim steering wheel, absolutely beautiful. The carpeting, the door panels, even the door pulls here aren't all worn out like you see a lot of them. And, that has a lot to do with the miles, 20,000. Obviously, it hadn't had much time to wear out, but the ownership of the car, somebody loved this car, and it was a 98-year-old woman who was probably 110 pounds soaking wet and just totally took care of the inside of this car. So let me show you all inside the jams. What I think this stuff is here on the door hinges is like an undercoating or protectant. So when I got this car, I'm gonna now mess up the format of my video, but when I got this car, I asked and everybody told me all different suggestions, but the correct one is this car was a previous Canadian car, or it was manufactured in Canada, sold new in Canada, and this is an engine block heater, original Ford engine block heater. That's what that is. So as not to screw myself up, I don't even know why I went off on that. Oh yeah, okay. So this was a Canadian car. You can see on the sticker there, it was a Canadian car. So that tells me that this car had some, special, corrosion protection done on it. And honestly, as being originally a Canadian car, then a Albany, New York car, this car shows nicer than some Florida cars I've had. I mean, just a totally pampered, no bad weather driven car. Anyways, I'm rambling on. I'm screwing myself up here. Let's take a look. Absolutely zero rust, zero corrosion. Bottom of the doors, door sills, not even any corrosion on these Lincoln sill plates that are so common to show little blisters on the aluminum. Although wood trim is in such nice shape, the gold anodized, buckles on the end, handle, your power windows, locks, all that stuff works. Heated seats work, memory seats, dual power. You have your trunk popper here and your fuel cap release. Automatic headlights, interior dimming, ambient lighting, power pedals, traction control. We'll show you all that stuff in a minute. You can see how nice the carpeting is. Somehow I got stuff blowing in here. but the leather is beautiful. The center armrest shows zero wear and is really, really nice. Let's take a look in the back seat. I'm just screwing up a million today. The heat. Inside the back door, again, you can see super, super clean. No rust, no corrosion inside those jams. Absolutely beautiful. The backs of the leather seats show super, super nice. And even the back seat of this car. This car is definitely a car that you can say not many people have ridden in the back. I mean, just look at how clean the leather is. Super soft, super supple, but not worn out. It actually still has a little bit of protective plastic from dealer prep still hanging out under there. Again, the sill plate nice and clean. So nice. Go around to the passenger side. Whew. It's getting hot. Beautiful clean door jams. All the rubbers are in nice shape. The Lincoln insignia, I love that. Rear deck. Beautiful black leather interior. There's no scratches or, just anything to show that this car has seen any kind of major wear or abuse. Dual rear cup holders, map pockets, side airbags, nicely shampooed carpets. Super clean. No bubblegum wrappers or boogers or, grandma didn't take any of her grandkids in this car. And it shows. It really does show. Yeah, it must have had some type of protective coating sprayed in some of these little crevices being a Canadian car. You can see nice and clean down there. No rust anywhere on this car. Even on these door hinges. Black dash. I love the wood trim treatment on these cars. Oh, the AC feels nice on my face. Beautiful black carpeting. The seats, again, another cool thing with these is the dual opening center console, center cup holders. Again, beautiful black leather. Shows super nice and soft. Black leather tends to dry out quicker, obviously generating the heat. And attracting the heat. You see that a lot more often. And in this car, it just totally doesn't exist. Factory sunroof. Again, you can see she was a Canadian car. Dual warnings in French and English. We might as well take a look under the hood now. I totally just screwed everything up, but the hood is open. It's erect. I'm gonna grab it, swing it open, and show you how nice it is under the hood. All the plastics are in really nice shape, but again, you can kind of see that anti-corrosive spray done on the inside of the fenders on both sides. Has a newer EverStart battery from Walmart. I did not install that. That was installed by the previous owner. I did do the cowl reseal. This is probably the nicest original seal that I've ever had on these cars. I mean, it really didn't even show signs of decomposing, but I still resealed it. And just look at how nice all your aluminum trim, your metal bolt heads, no rust on it. Even the front of the engine block shows super nice. All the anodizing on stuff like this here, these little clips, those, even on nice clean cars that show a little bit of corrosion here and there, all that stuff starts to show it. And this car is not one of those cars. I did do a Ford Motorcraft filter oil change. Like I said, 4 new Goodyear tires to the tune of like $1,200. Great tires. This car needed white walls. 4-wheel brakes, pads and rotors in the front, pads and rotors in the rear. Rear calipers, if you remember, I had a little issue with one of the calipers sticking up on this car when I drove it back. is nice in here. Ice cold air conditioning. Let me shut it off and show you what I got for keys here. All right, we're behind the wheel, and I'm going to show you, like I always show you, we have an original owner's manual book here. It's got the books and pamphlets, little things like that. I do not have a window sticker for this car. I also have 2 original Lincoln keys, 2 remotes, beautiful Specialty Motor Cars merch keychain. Hint, hint, hint. We'll start this car up. Mileage on this car, 20,817 miles. I think I set the trip meter. Go through that again. 625 miles is the miles I've put on it. I've actually decreased the oil life from 99% to 95%. I guess that's how many miles 600 accumulates in oil life. But you can see here, beautiful steering wheel. I mean, just look at the grain on the leather. All these buttons usually get all gummed up and gunked up from boogery, greasy fingers. Nothing like that. And everything works. Crank that fan up. I think that is so cool. I think I'm pushing it too fast though. Yeah, one at a time there. Temperature, you can control the temperature. Volume controls for your radio. It has the old school, I love the clock that they put in these cars. Your overdrive off button. These 2 buttons here control your readout. You have power pedals, that works. Traction off button, automatic. I have them on parking right now. Automatic dimming rearview mirror. Your sunroof control here. I'll zip that open. Lets in the sky. You have your rear parking assist. This car, I've mentioned in past cars that sometimes these work, most of the times they don't. This one's hit or miss whether it works or not. You can put it in reverse. You can see here it says parking assist disabled. I have had it in those 600 miles work as well. So it's common that the modules start to go bad on these. And unfortunately, the company who made these for Ford is now out of business. Pop the hood. Oh no, I already looked under the hood. So you can't get replacements, unfortunately. I don't know if I showed those little door pockets. Let's take a look inside the trunk. All right, inside the trunk, you can see how spacious and large the trunks are in these town cars. Super clean. All the upholstery in here is in really nice shape. Just a few minor dirt marks that, you know, just got built into it or dug into it. Spare tire is quarter mounted on these. I've said it a million times that they stopped putting the tires up here. Now, when I got this car, it had this aftermarket set of floor mats, which I believe have probably been in the car. Somehow, since the second owner bought it, I don't know where floor mats went in 20,000 miles. But I hate aftermarket floor mats. I have coming, they should be here tomorrow or Monday, well, depending on when you see this, it might have already come. A brand new old stock set of black Lincoln Town Car factory Ford Motorcraft floor mats for this car. So plates on it, trunk pull down, sucks it down. Let's get in this car and take it for a spin. I think you guys are gonna love it. Let me get my seatbelt on and we'll go. You can see here, it is getting warm out. Temperature on the outside shows 96 degrees. Anyways, in case I forget to give you a wrap up of the service on this car, like I said, 4 new tires, Goodyear Eagle LS's, pinstripe white walls. It had the original Michelin's on it when I bought the car. Me driving it from Albany was far enough to take the risk of driving it on those tires. So 4 new tires, pads and rotors front and rear calipers on both sides. Oil change, Ford Motorcraft filter. I also did the cowl reseal to do preventative there. Everything else in this car checked out so beautifully. The bottom of this car is literally a 2003 Lincoln Town Car museum piece. And it's hard for me to say that because I don't see a 2003 as being an old car that should be a museum piece. But when you get one that's this nice, that still smells new inside, still looks new on the outside, honestly, this car could pass as a 1-year-old car. 20,000 miles. That's how many people put on a car in a year. And this car is a 2003, or it's kind of hard to believe that next year that this car is going to be 20 years old. And you know, they're timeless classics, really. This was the last of these cars, and that's why I love having these town cars. Oh yeah, baby. Looking good in the hood. You know, I love cars. Obviously, this is what I do for a living. But you can flash the nicest Maserati, Bentley, whatever you want to drive in front of me, and just nothing feels more richer or sophisticated than being behind the wheels of a Lincoln Town Car. I just love these town cars. Just such an elegant, stately car. You know, simple. You know, old school. This is the end. This is the last of the Mohicans, really. And that's why people love these cars. Most of the people I sell these cars to are people who have had town cars or have a town car and they want to replace it. You know, someone who's got 04, 05, or whatever year with 180, 200,000 miles, they're going to be the ones that are going to be looking for a car like this. I get that question asked to me all the time. Who buys 20-year-old Lincoln Town cars with 20,000 miles or 50,000 miles or whatever the mileage is? It's people who love what they love and they don't want a new one. Perfect example is Papa Bear in his 2011 GTS. You know, he absolutely loves that car because he's used to it. It's, you know, it's got a key still, got buttons and knobs, and it doesn't have screens and sensors, or, well, not a lot of sensors, or, you know, that what I'm talking about. You know, there's nothing crazy that, you know, chimes at you and tells you you're an idiot for driving a certain way, like I just did blowing through that stoplight. But that's why people love these things. All right, let's take it out on the road here. Gonna give it some gas. Like I said, I've put 600 miles on this car, and they've been nothing short of absolute pleasure miles. One hand steering. I mean, just a wonderful car. I totally appreciate everybody for watching. Like I say in all my videos, if you don't live near me, I'm in southern New Hampshire, Pelham, New Hampshire, beautiful New England. I can help get this car delivered right to your front door. I can help you. Just give me a call. Tell me you want the car. We'll do business. I'll set it up. The car will get delivered right to your front door. It's that easy. 978-930-1004 is my cell phone number. Give me a call, shoot me a message. Like I said, you can go to my website, specialtymotorcars.net, to check out the pictures of this car, video link. Obviously, I shouldn't even say that. That was stupid. You're watching the video, you have the link, but the pictures are on my website. And check out the merch store. Check out the merch section. We're going to be adding more items, but we're just getting it kicked off with a soft opening. So I totally appreciate that as well. You can also follow me on Instagram, Specialty Motorcars NH. Facebook, I do post a lot of stuff that you don't see here. Not cars, but behind the scenes things, and when I get cars, stuff that's coming up, as they're coming up, everything gets posted here in a video format, but a lot of sneak peeks go on those two social media platforms. Thanks everybody for watching. I hope everybody enjoys their day. We'll talk to you on the next one.